Hey there. I just want to tell you or maybe in the future just how I feel right now. I lost a friend today. She was my best friend. I pulled her out of her mom. She was the runt. She was backwards. Her elbows were stuck. And I tried to pull her out and I broke her back, so I was scared, but I figured it out and got her out, and for some reason she always came to me. I have her 7 brothers and sisters, and so we bonded. That's what we do with our dogs. We bond with them, and she was just the best friend ever. Something about it, something real about how they stick with you. And when you go through bad times in life, they're there. You treat them right, they're part of you. So when you lose them, it's rough. She was the best friend. I'd leave her at home when I go to work, and my kids beat her. So she had abandonment issues. So I ended up having to take her to work with me. And I don't blame the kids. I mean, they're kids. They learn. They live and learn. But she developed abandonment issues, and so I take her everywhere with her. So she's been with me every day for 11 years. And, I would even go on vacation. We took her to Venice Beach. We went out and swam in the ocean, which is probably dumb. A shark probably thought she was a seal or something. Would take her and take my arm with her and shit. But, she experienced life with me. I work construction, so she'd be up on a roof when I was doing roofing, or running around the job site. So she went everywhere. Kind of river, lake. And she is my best friend. There's a lot of things about her. Just the little things that I know a lot of other pet owners would know. that they play with you in a certain way. I'd put my hand in the cover and move it, and she'd bite it and play and bring laughter and joy. And no, when times were rough, and no. I didn't just feed her dog food, I'd feed her what I ate, we'd eat together. Sleep. She slept in my bed. She'd be at the arm, my knee pit. She'd curl up there. And, had a lot of good times. I wouldn't leash her very often. I'd let her be free. And it got me into trouble, It got me into trouble. She'd run up to other dogs and start shit, and I'd say sorry and deal with it, but I wanted her to have a free life. Not fucking leashed up all the time. I didn't put her in cages, My vehicle was her cage when I went into stores, places you really can't take a dog, So I took care of her the best I could to the end. And there, she did a lot of funny things. In my truck, she had a place in the back seat on my subwoofer that she would just sit and look around, and she'd bark at deer. I'd let her know. I'd go, and that was her trigger to just be on attentive and look and spot the deer and start barking and just have fun with it. Let her be the guard dog, because she's only a little 12-pound dog. That's her. That's Littles. She was great. I just want to remember, in case I ever forget, you forget the details sometimes. Some things are in your memory and they come back, and they're happy times. They're great. And one time I ordered some food and I'm waiting, and she lets me know. She'll come up to me and paw at my leg when she's gotta take a pee or poop or whatever, so I know. So I'm like, okay, and I let her out of the truck. We're kind of in a business area, but there's a patch of grass. So take her over there, and as we're walking there, we're passing 2 cops. And one of them was like, haha, just being, talking, but she always thought that loudness was a threat. And so she barked and went up to him and she nips. Little nipper dog, yeah. Everybody fucking hates those, right? So the cop was like, I retrieved her real quick and, pulled her away. And she was just protecting me, but the cop's like, that's assault on a police officer. Yeah, it's like a 12-pound dog, you fucking retard. I didn't say that, but I thought it, because you can't really do anything, and I had to walk to my truck and show my ID, and they were just like, whatever. I wasn't being, I was just trying to yeah, I should have had her on a leash, yada yada, but I try not to do that. So she got me in trouble, you know? But she was great friend, you know? Towards the end, it's September 2018, and in January of 2018, she went blind, and I didn't know. I mean, she was going blind, so she started gaining weight. She didn't want to go run around the field. I'd take her to a big field, a grassy field that she loved to run around in, and everything. And that was her exercise. And she'd follow me. I could take her to the skate park, and I'd skate through, and she'd follow behind me, which would grind down her nails so I wouldn't have to clip them. It was like perfect. And she loved it. She'd bark and be happy running around in a circle. So when she went blind, when she was going blind, I didn't know. So I thought she was acting weird, you know, like wouldn't jump in the truck like until I would call her 3 or 4 times. But I think it was like muscle memory or something that would trigger. Like she'd make the same jump every time, so I didn't even think of it. I didn't know she was going blind, so I took her to the vet in Ukiah, veterinary place, and you know, they were fucking awful for some reason. I just feel like they were awful because they deal with everybody's pets, and they're just like on the cycle of like repetitive, like I take your dog and put it in a cage, and then I pull it out and give it a blood sample and take its temperature and put it back in the cage and call you 5 and you come get your dog after we clean her teeth or whatever. So I ended up having to pay a bunch of money and tests and blood tests and steroid injections to see if they're whatever and all this stuff. And the whole time she was blind, and they didn't even tell me. They're professionals to tell me that she was blind. So I take her to that field. And the other dog, there's a dog park there, but I don't want to take her in with the other dogs because she doesn't do well with other dogs. So she gets to run out in this big open field. And she heard a dog bark. And she ran straight for the dog, heard it, and ran straight into a fence. And then that's when it fucking hit me. And this is like 3 weeks after. So she had been like, I lived up a stairway and she'd be just run up and down the stairs, but then she would like fall down, like, because her muscle memory, it only goes so far. So it would just be like, I'd be like, oh my God, there's something wrong. And then I find out she's blind, and that hit me pretty hard too. Because people euthanize their dogs when they go blind. Like, oh no, they can't see. And I felt bad because she can't see, but I still love her. And she was fine. She was fine. She's just the same. I changed to how I had to watch out for her, make sure she didn't. I live in the mountains. There's coyotes up here. They'll eat your pet, small pets. So when she had to go to the bathroom, she'd let me know. And she knew the way, muscle memory, just from being blind, she figured out where to go, but I'd always have to go out at night and make sure that the coyotes didn't come grab her up. Certain responsibilities you do for your dog. Get them alive and they go blind. And I'm trying not to eat myself up for this. Because I have to work. I have to feed her. I have to feed myself. So I used to have her right next to me. And she's 11, so she was getting old, getting grays, blind, and she would step on these little stickers, and they'd go in her feet. She couldn't walk that fast. So I'd time it when I had to pay attention to something else. But men in their task, right? They get involved in a task and they have to finish it. So I lost track of time. And she went out. She went out into the driveway. Oh. She got ran over. And I loved her. Oh, I loved her. She was the best. So what you do is for your friends. I thought about something. Maybe there's something to it. Some people just can't bear it, but I think it's part of life. I think you gotta bury your dog. I think you gotta bury your pets. I don't think you should take them to some fucking vet where they don't give a fuck about your shit, you know? You gotta bury your dog. This was my last task for my best friend. I'm not gonna pay somebody to get rid of my dog and they'll just fucking throw it away Fuck that. That dog was there for you. Be there for it. Be there for them. It's been a rough dig. I dug up this tree root right where I dug. It could be an X for marks the spot, or it's gonna be your cross. I gotta cover it with rocks so the wildlife doesn't dig her up, because she'd already been crushed to death. I'm gonna get fucking eaten. Even though that's more of a natural way. I was wanting to just ride it out and be there for her, even in old age. I had a pug that died of old age, and he just went out in the yard, and the brain shuts down, and he was still, his brain was shut down, but his body was still going, and you could scratch his belly. He loved his belly scratched, and he'd kick still. It's kind of violent, but it's something you kind of have to live with and go through to know that that's how life ends. It's brutal sometimes. I feel like shit. I was there for a lot. And then one time, I mean, I cook her chicken, hot dogs, steak, everything. She ate everything I ate. I want to know that I gave her a nice life. Her name's Littles, and I'm gonna miss her. Taking her grave took my mind off of seeing her crushed. She had she was suffocating because she couldn't breathe. I held her. I held her as she passed. And I'm glad I was there for her. Even though some negligence. I'm probably gonna beat myself up the rest of my life for it. But that's her time. She was blind. She was kind of in pain with her feet, with thorns in them and shit. Foxtails. It was painful for her. I did what I could to make flat surfaces so they weren't so painful. I'm gonna miss her. I won't forget her. I made this video so I just wouldn't forget, but I know I won't. There's a lot of happy times, but it's hard to remember them. I'm sure they'll come out when in my vehicle. There's a lot of to and from works, and when we hit the dirt road, she knew she was going home. That's when she knew she was gonna be able to relax and be in the cool and drink water and eat, and she, probably. She was like a familiar, because she knew my reactions to shit. She knew like the vibe in the area, whether it was rough times or happy times or just normal stuff, and she's gonna go do her thing and I'm gonna go do my thing, and then when it was when she heard the rattle of the keys, she knew it was time to we're going somewhere. I never left her behind. Not since my kids on that incident. They broke her tail by kicking her or something. And but she was with me every day of her life. One day and then a 3-day instance where she wasn't with me for 11 years. So it's a little rough. Or I don't know. I loved her. And I'm gonna put her in the ground as my final task. I'm not gonna film it. I've done enough crying, and I think it's okay to cry over lost loved ones, even if it's a dog, because some people, dogs are more important in their life. She knew me better than anyone else that I've known in my life. Men crying over fucking shit is retarded. But this, I think I'm allowed to. Let's see you later.